Hello everyone and welcome again to our English class. So in the previous class we have discussed about the simple present tense. In the first video we studied about the structure of the sentences, and in the second video we have learned what are the uses of simple present tense. So our today's topic is present continuous tense. You can see on the screen present continuous tense. So present continuous tense, let's understand the uses of this tense, and then we will also study about the structure of the sentence. So the first use of this tense is to talk about the action which is happening right now. Means if something is happening right now, if some action is happening at the same time the speaker is speaking something, so that time the action will be described in present continuous tense. So it means if anything which is happening right now, you will describe it in present continuous tense. Suppose I say the first use, to talk about an action which is happening now. To talk about an action which is happening now, the action which is happening right now while the speaker is speaking something, so that expression would be expressed in present continuous. Means see, the boys are playing. So it shows that the boys are playing right now. Means now, we don't have to add now, but it shows that the action is going on at the right moment when the speaker is speaking the sentence. You can see more example about this. Hurry up, hurry up, your friends are waiting. So first use is to talk about an action which is happening right now, जो काम उसी समय हो रहा हो जब स्पीकर बोल रहा हो. Means the action which is going on right now. Second use of this tense is, sometimes we don't see the action is happening right now, but it is done time to time. So to talk about action that are happening around now, but not necessarily at the time of speaking, they are also expressed in present continuous tense. Means if some work are not happening right now while the speaker is speaking, but the work is going on time to time, so that expression would also be expressed in present continuous tense. So to talk about an action, second use, to talk about an action which is happening which is happening around now. Around now, but not necessarily at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking means while the speaker is speaking, when the speaker is speaking, the work is not going on, but the work goes on time to time, around now. So these type of expressions are also used in present continuous tense. We can say that my father is writing, my father is writing a novel. Means the writing of novel, the work of a novel is in progress, but not necessarily at the time of speaking. When I am speaking this sentence that my father is writing a novel, it doesn't mean that time when I'm speaking the sentence my father is writing, but the work of writing is going on time to time. So this type of expression is also expressed in present continuous. My father is writing a novel. Or we can say we are working on a new project. So it doesn't mean that we are currently working on the project. We are right now working on the project. We are working currently, means our current job is to work on a project, on a new project, but currently while the sentence is being spoken, we are not doing that work. So these type of expression are also expressed in present continuous tense. So the third and last use of present continuous is to talk about people's plans or arrangement in future. Means for future planning we use this tense. So we can say for third use of this tense is for future plan. So if we talk about future plan or future plans, we can express our feelings, we can express our ideas in that tense, that is called present continuous tense. Like I am planning to buy a car. Means this time I am not buying a car, I am planning to buy a car in near future. So I have a plan in future that I will buy a car. So that type of idea I can express in present continuous tense. I can say we are painting our house next month. What does it mean? Means we are planning, we have a plan that we will paint our house in next month. So we can say that we are planning to paint our house next month. So we can say we are painting our house next month. One more example I will give you, that my brother is coming home next month. It doesn't mean that my brother is coming right now when I am speaking the sentence. It means that next week my brother will come home. So we can express that type of thing in present continuous tense also. My brother is coming home next month. We can also say that my brother will come home next month, but this tense is also used for future plans. So the present continuous tense are used in three situations which I have discussed here. So first situation was to talk about an action which is happening right now when the speaker is speaking the sentence. Second, sometimes it happens that the work is in progress, the work is done by someone time to time, not at the time of his speaking the sentence. Likewise, I say that my father is writing a novel. So at the time of my speaking, my father was not writing the novel. He was doing the work around now, but not at the moment while I was speaking the sentence. So second condition was means when the work is around now, and the third condition was to express our ideas in future. If we have plan in future, we can express our ideas in present continuous tense. So these three conditions are where when we can use present continuous tense. One thing should be noted that there are certain verbs which we do not use in present continuous tense. They are called stative verb because they show a state or position or situation. So you can note them, a few of them. So we can have like note certain verbs are not generally used in present continuous when they show or refer a state or condition. Means if some verbs work as state like verb form be, is, am, are, or condition of mental state, condition of our feelings, condition of our emotions, possession or measurement. So these verbs shows the state or condition. If they shows condition or state, they will not be used in present continuous tense. So they are called stative verb. They are called stative verb. Stative but sometimes they work as dynamic verbs also. Means if these verbs shows that there are any activities in the sentence because of that verb, so at that time they will be called dynamic verbs. Stative verbs and dynamic verbs. About stative verbs and dynamic verbs we will study in very detail when we will study about verbs. But today I'm gonna give you some introduction of stative verbs and dynamic verbs. So if words related to feelings, emotions, observations or senses, they are called stative verbs, like love, hear, appear, and resemble, like, dislike. They are stative form. They can be in stative form, and sometimes they can be in dynamic form also. So I will give some examples, like think. There is a verb think. I think it's a good idea. And the second sentence is wait a moment, I am thinking. So in the first sentence shows the state of mind. Think word shows the state of mind, the state or the condition of mind. It is our opinion. It is our opinion that this idea is good. So if the verb shows an opinion, it will be called in stative form. Stative. So in the first sentence, think shows our opinion. We think like this, that the idea is good. Anyone can think that the idea is not good. I think that the idea is good. So it is my opinion. Other opinion can be of other people. So think shows an opinion. So if we have an opinion, it means it is a condition of our mind. So it is called stative verb. So in this sentence we will not use think as present continuous tense, that I am thinking that it's a good idea. If you write I am thinking that it's a good idea, the sentence will be incorrect. But in the second condition, in the second sentence, the process of thinking is in progress, means the work of thinking is in active state. It is in continuous form. Thinking that time means the subject is doing some action in active form. So that time we will use thinking as dynamic verb. So thinking here is in dynamic form. I can give you one more example that you can understand, like taste. See other example, this coffee tastes nice. And in the second sentence, look, the chef is tasting the soup. So watch carefully. In the first sentence we have used taste. So here taste shows our opinion that the state of the coffee, the position of the coffee, state of the coffee means what is the status of the coffee. Coffee is nice. It can be our opinion also. So if it is our opinion, it is related to our opinion, it is stative form. So we cannot write it that the coffee is tasting nice. If we write the coffee is tasting nice, the sentence will be incorrect, because in stative form the verb cannot be used in present continuous tense. But look in the second sentence. The chef is tasting the soup. At the moment when the sentence is spoken, the chef is doing an active action, an active process of tasting the soup. So here tasting is used as dynamic verb. So this verb taste is used as dynamic verb in the second sentence, because the chef is actively doing something right now. So we can use taste and think like other verbs also we can use, sometime in steady form and sometime in dynamic form. So if this shows a state or condition of state opinion, we will not use them in present continuous tense. Now look, we will discuss about the structure of this sentence. What would be the structure? How will you construct the sentence in present continuous tense? If you have three conditions, means to talk about the action which is happening right now, to talk about the action which is happening around now, and to talk about the plan in future. There are three conditions when we use present continuous tense. So what would be the structure of the sentence? So structure is subject plus verb to be, that is called is, am, are. So is, am, are, and they are also called verb to be, plus ing form, verb first form plus ing plus other words or object. So remember, the structure would be first subject, and then verb to be means is, am, are, then first form the verb with ing, then other verbs. Very simple. Remember the structure. Subject. See, subject and object remain always remain same in every sentence. The position of subject and other words or object remain same in every sentence. What changes? The part of verb. So in present tense we have studied about we use first form of the verb. Here we will use first form of the verb with ing, means ing form of the verb, and before it we will use is, am, are. If we have subject he, she, it, or any singular number person subject, then we will use is. If we have plural subject like we, they, you, we will use are, and if we have the subject as I, then we will use I. So let's see by example. I am doing my job. So here you can see I is the subject. I have written one be form, that is am according to I, because am is used with I. Do is the first form of the verb and I added ing form, so it becomes doing my job is object. We can say another example. He is walking in the park. So here also he is the subject and is used because he is a singular person. So with singular person we use his. Walking, walk plus ing, in the park, other words. We can write here they are watching a movie. So look here, they is subject as plural, so we have used are, watch plus ing form, and then other words or object. So what would be the negative of this tense? Negative structure would be, we have to add not between verb form be and verb form ing, means here we have to add not. So the structure would be subject plus is am are, is am are, plus not plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Means what extra we have to add? We have to add not between the helping verb and main verb. These are called helping verbs or auxiliary verbs, and this is called main verbs. So we have to add not between auxiliary verb and main verb to make it negative. And when we are going to make sentences interrogative, or we want to ask question, so we have to put helping verb before the subject. Is, am, are, then the subject, then first form of the verb plus ing, and then other word. And if we have closed question, open question, means we need question word, then we will add question word here. First of all, question word, wh word or question word. So the order would be question word plus helping verb plus subject plus verb first form plus other words. So whatever question you want to ask, right here. What is a question verb? That comes from here. Are you doing? And now that is question. How is a question verb. Is he coming? So verb, subject, auxiliary verb, question verb, and question mark. So I think now you have understood clearly present continuous tense. In this video we have seen the uses of this tense, and we also have seen the structure of the sentences. We also have seen that there are a few words, certain verbs, they are not used in present continuous tense if they show a state or condition, if they show emotion, if they show mental status. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. We will meet again for the second tense, that is called present perfect tense. Thanks for watching.